Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Death Note. It is episode 22 and as always, if you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses dot pods with real dots and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode, so see you soon. To those that came back, welcome back. Now, let's see. That was a really good episode. It was very intense, it was very driven, a lot was happening. And I think there are multiple reasons for that. One of them is there was really good music this time. The usage of classical music, of choirs who were shouting, that put up a bit of pressure here. Additionally, everything that happened moved fast forward. There were some episodes in the past that were a bit more slow, and this time it was really like they explained in one episode what they want to do and they already did it. And I really waited for this to happen one or two episodes in the future. So they are really on the track, they are already on the tail of Higuchi, and I think it's clear that he will fall next episode, or I think into something like that, next or second next episode. It is over for him, but it's okay because it kind of shows the level of Light in comparison, who got not caught at all, and even now analyzing himself cannot completely wrap himself, while Higuchi is kind of easily taken out of his secure place. He got himself lured out like nothing. So let's see what happened. The episode was named Guidance, so I'm not completely sure about the reason there, but they kind of guide him outside. We got informed that Higuchi has an underground vault room that was very secure, and very likely the Death Note was in there, which the others don't know. And by luring him out now, he has the Death Note with him, very likely, because time is of the essence for him now, so he is pressured. They will find it, very likely, and thus his car is supervised, to say so, is rigged with cameras and microphones. It might even happen that they see how he's doing it, how he's writing into the Death Note. Although I think that will happen in the bureau where he's going to, and there will be cameras as well. They prepared the stage. So he is following along in the footsteps that they want him to follow. And by doing so, he's kind of easy prey now. There was this little moment of analyzing by Light in request of L. Thinking about if there's like a third party involved, another person even above Kira, who is handing the powers to the next Kira, then the next Kira, then the next Kira. And Light analyzed correctly, I think, that if he would have had the power, it would have been him who gives this away, because it took quite a while to do it. Which is partially true. The thing about this is it might bring L into the problem that he will not realize that there are like Shinigami involved. I mean, how should he, right? But by this analyzation, and it is a correct one, it seems like it is only the actual Kira, and however he does it. So it completely takes the Shinigami out of frame. So that might come in handy later on for Light when he's Kira again. But that shows as well that the actual Kira, which is Higuchi, is the only one who can pass on the powers. So I think L will check and make sure that this does not happen, so he can stop it there. We have to consider the fact that L is still thinking there's like one power being passed, one Kira power. Although he already had the moment where there were two Kiras. So I'm not sure if he forgot about the fact that there possibly should be like a second one somewhere. And as I said, we are still waiting for where the heck is Ryuk with his Death Note? What is he doing? I mean, he Light forgot about it, so I guess he gave some kind of what to do to Ryuk. And I think Ryuk would do it because he really enjoyed the time with Light. So I asked myself if there's like a time frame where Light said, once I am out of everything, I don't know, something like that, come back in and hand me the Death Note so I can go again. We will see. They set up the trap with Matsuda, which is clearly dangerous, no question there. Because what we should not forget is that although Higuchi does not have the eyes, if he's really under pressure and he realizes it's all a trap and he cannot escape, he might go in for the deal and say, okay, take my eyes, give me yours, and I will lose half of my lifespan. But at least I will escape from this situation. So it's like only half my time, but it's better than none. So this option is still in there. I don't think he will do it. He is too much out of his head by now. He is too panicking, right? So it will not happen, but this option is always in there. It was interesting to see that the Yotsuba group... Oh, sorry. Okay. That the Yotsuba group is kind of falling apart. So there are more and more of them who are like, man, this is too much. I want to get out. We should stop it. It's too dark now, right? So even in this group of people, there are some who are conspiring now to take out Kira, to at least leave the group somehow. And that's all working in the hands of L. But it's, I mean, it makes sense. There's like, everyone has a point where they will turn around and say, no, that's it, it's too much, right? Everyone has a different one. The number of people you kill, the people you kill, if it's females, or some will stop when it's a kid, some will stop when it's, I don't know, innocent ones, whatever you consider that, and so on and so forth. So everyone has a different bar there, and multiple ones seem to have reached there. So that's cool to see, and that they went on for that. I was a bit surprised about the mistake that Light made. Maybe you have realized it as well. So there is a moment on the phone where he was confronted with, so it's Higuchi, is he finally falling? And he's like, oh, and sorry, but maybe they just will play over it and it really happened. But that does not fit the Light we have seen before. He would not... He's too cold, too cool, too clever to be trapped that easily. Otherwise, it would not have worked for him in the past. So, there was a bit of a strange moment there. Higuchi wrote the name down already, and that brought me to one thing. So Higuchi wrote down the fake name of Matsui, that it is in this case, and it didn't work, which makes sense. He's at least so clever to try that, right? To have tried that in the past, just to make sure he is dead. I remember that when it comes to those stuff here, to the Death Note rules, that there was one, if you write down the name of a person, I'm not sure, I think it was 3 times wrong, then something will happen. I'm not sure anymore what it was, however, that will happen. So, it might be that the Death Note is not working anymore, but I'm not sure, man. So, it might be happening that we will see this situation, because he gets another fake name, and possibly a third one, and then it will happen, whatever that was. Just saying, I remember there was something. And last but not least, we have the Death Note of a dead god people here. So when a god of death is dead, the Death Note will remain. Which I think might be important, because I don't know if Rem will make it through. And if the Death Note would remain, just saying, it's still working, right? Yeah. And now they're outside. Higuchi is driving towards his own finish line, to say so. And it's going to be interesting if or if not he will reveal the Death Note as the tool that is used. That would be a major thing, because that is the one thing that L had no clue about yet. Nothing at all. And if it would be revealed, I mean, it would kind of start a new page there, wording, for L, because he would, as example, say, let's search the whole house of Light's family and search for a Death Note, like that. It would additionally cause questions because it is named Death Note and very unique looking, to say so. So one might start to ask, how is it working, And they could even possibly be able to get it, which is a major thing as well. Because if they catch Higuchi, they would have a Death Note in their hands and can start to, however, analyze it, if they would be able to. However, even if they wouldn't, if they touch it, they will see Rem. And that's another major step, realizing, okay, there's not only this book or booklet, there is a thing additionally connected to it, and so on and so forth. So I don't think story-wise they will do that. They will let them get the Death Note. I am not sure if they even will let them realize there is one. I think it will be the realization there is a Death Note, but they will not get it, because that would be too much, I think, and it would shorten the story possibly. But we will see, And still I'm waiting for what Rem is about to do, because he is by now only walking all the while. And all of this is, which we shouldn't forget, a setup to make sure that Misa is escaping from the whole situation, which is the goal of Rem. So how is that working out now? We will see. It's, as I said, a very good episode. A lot of questions that come up. Really good music. Really good speed in this episode. And I look forward to the next one. I hope you do as well. And until then, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.